Wait lang, recording pending. Okay na.
Um, Good morning to everyone. I am Francesca Sumagaysay along with
It's Aquino.
And Joaquin Agustin.
and today we will have a discussion about the nature of philosophy. It is all about this certain intriguing question that is, does the study of philosophy ever lead to answers or simply more questions? For this discussion, I would like to start first, and my stand in this interlocution is on both sides. I think philosophy leads to both answers and questions. Philosophy dated several centuries ago, long before humanity started to use science. In fact, science originated from philosophy itself. A philosophy rooted simply in questions triggered by man's curiosity, and philosophy is how or what they take as an answer. Raymond defined philosophy as an unceasing effort to discover the general truth that lies behind a particular fact, to discover also the realities that lie behind the appearance. In short, philosophy is truth seeking. However, people confused philosophy as something that results in more uncertainty, but that actually isn't the case. Philosophy answers questions, but these answers do not manifest in the same way. The problem is some of these answers are not what we expected. Moreover, in human nature, when we cannot understand something or this answer, when we cannot interpret it, we usually tend to stop processing it. Philosophy is all about coming up with an answer. Philosophy indeed provides answer, but it also leads to more questions. We still have this enormous ball of decluttered unknown in this world. Humans still have a long way to go to have this absolute truth that we are aiming for from the start. Let us use some philosophers and their search for an arche as an example. Arche is a Greek word for something that talks about the source of something or the beginning. They are searching for the origin of everything, one that is found in all. It started with Thales claiming that water can be found in everything. Then the search for this certain arche went on, and now we have atoms. Atoms are the answer. It is the origin of matter. Everything in this world is made up of atoms. However, questions also rose from that answer. What if there's still something smaller than atoms? What if there are more than atoms? Then theories about quarks, strings, and quantum physics rooted. You see, there is an absolute massive part in our so called human nature wherein humans have this strong desire for knowledge, curiosity. We fear the unknown, we fear uncertainty. Say, for example, you were in your room or someplace to sit back, then you saw something, an unfamiliar box. No descriptions, just a plain blank box. Definitely, Seeing that strange box boggles you and triggers your curiosity. So you will either open that box or wait for someone who may have an idea about that box. Either way, you have this feeling of urge to try and have information about it. You will not stop until you know what it is. We also have this doubt. Anaximander doubted Thales' philosophy that the archy is water, so he searched for another answer. Anaximenes even questioned his mentor's philosophy and came up with air as the archy. Democritus and Leucippus' doubt led to the atoms that we know today. Nevertheless, since doubt is continuous, we continue to have more questions stirred up in our heads and search for more answers. That's what philosophy is about. You look for answers, but also questions are not excluded from the situation. More problems may arise during the process or even after finding the answer. Philosophy is an open notion that takes up both answers and questions. It searches for the missing pieces to this unfinished puzzle of truth we have in this world. So, yeah, I think philosophy leads to not only answers, but also to questions. And I think that's what my stand is about. How about you, Mr. Isaac?
Philosophy leads to answers, but not the kind of answers that everyone expects. When people don't find the when people don't find the answer, what they expected to find, they usually stop there and declare that philosophy provides no answers or only subjective, personal answers, etc. That's understandable response, a very human thing to do. If you don't see what you expect, you stop there. Philosophy leads to an answer. Not all philosophical questions has an answer, but we can come up with one and prove it. The study of philosophy gives us the answer that we need and does not give an answer for. We may have doubts for the answer, but an answer is still an answer. That's all.
For me, my stand is philosophy only leads to more questions and doesn't give us more answers. For me, the study of philosophy only leads to more and more questions. Maybe it gives us answer, but is the answers real? Or is there anyone that can prove it? Or maybe after one question is is answered the is answered the answer is also a question. My point is the study of philosophy only gives us questions, and those questions leads us to other questions and so on. It does not give us answers. Philosophy leads to theories which is approved only if it is used with a scientific method. Sin, hence, it's not philosophy anymore. And for me, The answers for philosophy in this current world is still not the answers. There are more questions behind it.
I think that's all the discussion is about. I think. Um, Thank you, Mr. Aquino and Mr. Agustin, for your participation in this discussion today.